I have a very love-hate relationship with pasta salads. I strongly dislike them because a lot of the time they're just drenched in mayonnaise, or you end up making one or buying one from a deli and the day after just kind of just smells and doesn't taste very good. But I also love this dish because I grew up with my mother's incredible cooking, and she would make some delicious Mediterranean, just like super delicious summery pasta salads. So today I am going to use all of the inspiration from my youth and make this incredible pasta salad. Let's jump straight into it. Okay, first we're going to start by prepping our ingredients. I absolutely love the flavor of fresh ingredients, but they tend to add a lot of moisture that ends up making pasta salads really wet after a day. So to get around this, I am placing all of my sliced cucumbers, cherry tomatoes, and red onion straight into a strainer and seasoning them really well with salt to allow some moisture to be pulled out of them. This will take some time, so we're going to turn our attention to our delicious sauce. Now for one of the tastiest pasta salad dressings known to man, we are going to be blending a lovely collection of tasty Mediterranean ingredients. This sauce is similar to a pesto, and it also starts with plenty of fresh basil as well as some fresh mint. Next, a couple of olives and a good tablespoon of capers add a delicious briny savouriness. An addition of lots of sun-dried tomatoes make up the backbone of sweetness and flavour for the sauce. And now we turn to the usual vinaigrette suspects of Dijon mustard for some bite, some extra virgin olive oil for some richness and some subtle bitterness, red wine vinegar for its punchy acidity, and a good drizzle of honey for a little bit of extra sweetness. Now I like to grate my garlic into the mix so that I know that once I blend it, there aren't going to be any big chunks left over. And all there is left to do is blend this really well. Now you may have noticed I haven't added any salt at all to the sauce because there's already a good amount of salty ingredients, but I do finish the sauce with plenty of parmesan that adds a really lovely savoury saltiness. Now with all of the major prep out of the way, I am ready to start cooking my pasta in salted boiling water. The last ingredient I'm prepping while this cooks is my roast peppers. You can pick these up from a deli or just follow my other video where I go into detail about how to make these incredible morsels yourself. When the pasta is 2 minutes away from being cooked according to packet instructions, it is time to reserve some pasta water and drain off your pasta. Now I do want this to stay al dente, but rinsing pasta under cold water makes me sad and uncomfortable. So to get around that, I'm adding all my ingredients straight from the fridge so it cools my pasta down and stops it from overcooking. Add your sauce and a good splash of pasta water, as well as your chilled salted tomatoes, cucumber and onion. Next, the roast peppers, some pitted black olives, and some more handfuls of fresh herbs. At this point, give everything a really good mix and just finish with a couple of toasted pine nuts to add the perfect little bit of texture to the dish. And finally, the only thing left to do is taste. And here we have it, our finished pasta salad, and it looks delicious. It looks so good. I'm not even going to get a fork. I am just going to dig in. First bite. Words cannot express how good this is. It has everything. The dressing is super nice and savory and salty and acidic and herbal and just it just coats everything in this really nice umami. Makes you want to eat more. There's so much texture. There's so much sweetness. There's so much crunch. There's so much saltiness. No doubt, make this. Feel free to replace with like your favorite ingredients. I usually like make this different every single time I make it. This is the first time I'm adding cucumber and salting them and adding them with the tomatoes is perfection. Love it. Has a really nice crunch. And this should also not really sog out on you. We've seasoned the tomatoes and the cucumbers in advance, so the salt is drawing moisture out of them. This should not be a wet, soggy mess the day after. I hope you give this a try. Thank you so much for watching. If you want more pasta recipes that will just be delicious for the summer, you may click this link here. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.